Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Christian, and welcome to episode 16 of Zero Lives, recorded October 12th. Today we're going to be getting into Battlefront, latest demo, or beta, what have you, for the upcoming Star Wars title, going to be released in November at least. So what we're going to be doing is just, getting a little taste for it. I've already been playing it quite a bit. Hit the level cap of 5, gone through all the different modes, so we're just gonna kind of go through it today and recap. I really don't have anything else to do. So with the game itself, it looks like they're gonna have loadouts in the form of cards, where you purchase cards, then can make like a pre-made hand. So right now, they don't have much in the way of cards. Imagine it's going to grow significantly here, but you essentially pick 3 cards, where 2 are going to be your more commonly used ones, and the third is going to be like a charge ability. So loadout I'm typically going with is just jump pack. It looks like you can choose start out weapons. Everybody seems to be preferring this one just because it has a stupid rate of fire. I'm more of a traditionalist, and then we'll go with the E11. And it does look like we can go ahead and customize the appearance, but not available in beta. There's really not much else that we can do with it. So, go ahead and play. We'll start off with the survival mode here. Right now, the only one they have available is Tatooine. Looks like 4 maps total with Solus, Endor, and Hoth, but hopefully they add more, because there's only so much of a horde mode that you can play. They have a few different difficulties, and I'm definitely going to say that the normal difficulty is not all that difficult. I have no issues completing it on my own, but now that I'm going to try again in front of an audience, I'm probably going to fuck it up. Beyond that, though, they do offer the local split screen, which is nice to see. Not many games are doing that any longer. One thing that I will say, though, is holy hot damn, is this game gorgeous. I've not seen anything quite as beautiful as this, and the only real environments they're showing are like a volcano world and Solus, Tatooine, and Hoth, but hot damn, it's good looking. So at the start of the game, you can go ahead and select your loadout. It looks like Survival has its own specific loadouts. I like going with the Ion Torpedo, Personal Shield, and then the Jump Pack. And then again, I like the E11 Blaster. But you know what? Let's try the DLT.
Not my best landing.
Hey, let's go!
So, I mean, right away, first thing I noticed is, holy shit, we have legs.
Oh, great.
The game does allow you to switch between third person, first person. I'm not sure if they do the switching on the fly, but you can change that in the settings. But, again, I'm blown away at how good looking this game is. I can see why people are a fan of this gun. Not terribly accurate, but Does put out a good rate of fire.
No enemy units showing up on scans. Picking up enemy signals. Shock troopers with heavy blasters.
So right now in the survival mode, they only have 6 waves. It looks like it does go up to 15. There are different objectives where you have to, say, find escape pods or take down specific enemies. Beyond that, they do have other items available for pickup, like power-ups, things like that. But one nice thing I noticed, or I don't know, it speaks to me in that there's a lot of detail in this game where we're going to see a battle play out with that Star Destroyer and some other item. And supposedly there's, you know, you could probably hear them already, Tusken Raiders. I haven't spotted any personally, but... I like that the stormtroopers react accordingly. Except for this guy, because he's got better shields. But they'll duck and, you know, react that they're being shot at. Weapons in the game don't reload, they do overheat. It's not really a big issue though. I mean, you just kind of keep an eye on what's going on. You see there, the ship's coming in.
ATST detected.
And then this is one of those special objectives where we need to go ahead and take out an ATST, or the chicken walker. And there you see it's firing on the ship. They're deploying fighters. Let's go find that, the chicken walker. But that's why I like the ion torpedo, because it just does a stupid amount of damage against walkers and whatnot.
We've secured the area around the port.
But you do have to fire it at a range, though. It doesn't really work all that well close up. You can see there that, you know, we have the life meter down at the bottom of the screen. It'll recharge on its own. We're gonna go ahead and pop the shield. And make that guy eat shit.
Very impressive. However, scanners indicate more Imperials headed your way.
We're gonna go ahead and set up a turret here.
Their next wave has arrived.
Oh shit.
Be on the lookout. There are snipers in the area.
There. And I don't know that I'm going to use a smart rocket till later. But you can see they're not that bright, they're not that difficult. This is why I'd say you definitely want to bump it up to hard at least. Looks like we got an extra life over there. So you can die, and then depending on the number of lives you have, you can respawn back, and it keeps your progress. You don't have to start over again. Jetpack, I've noticed, isn't really all that useful for getting up high. It's more for getting away or closing the gap. Oh shit. Of course, you know, it does have the melee. Not that you'll be using all that often, because pretty much everything, even players, die within a couple hits.
The enemy is in your zone. Keep an eye out for won't soon forget that.
So
A drop pod should be landing near your location.
one thing you've noticed by now is that there are no iron sights.
We've identified
Most of the
position
weapons
another escape pod. Move
do
on
have a
swiftly.
scope on them, but you don't necessarily need to use it. I have a hard time fighting. Like every other game, the modern game has iron sights, except for of course like Halo. So like instinctively, I try to go ahead and sight people up, and it's going to be a hard habit to break for a lot of folks, I think.
The escape pod will soon be under our control.
Interactable environments. God, this game's just fun. Get it, get it, get it, get it.
Our forces are capturing the escape pod. Imperial stormtroopers are about to secure that escape pod.
Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it.
The escape pod will soon
Move.
be under rebel control.
Great work. We've driven back the Empire.
And so that's it.
To pick you up.
I don't know how many people it'll allow you to play with in the survival mode. Hopefully it's, more than 2. Like 4 seems like a healthy number, but you'd really, really want to ramp up that difficulty. Beyond that, it doesn't look like you can go ahead and apply experience or boost things up, or essentially apply it towards character progression, which kind of sucks a little bit. But I can see that people farming it since it's a lot easier. We'll go over to multiplayer and we'll try out drop zone. Drop zone's one of the smaller match types where it's 8 on 8, and then you will have drop pods essentially landing at different locations throughout the map. Capture it, defend it, and then you get a point. First to so many points wins. It's a smaller size map, a lot of nooks and crannies. This is where the jump pack definitely comes in handy, being able to kind of just go over all that stuff and then quickly traverse the map. Good. I mean, it is nice being able to kind of customize your stuff before each match. Once you're in a gameplay mode, though, it will go ahead and just launch you, like keep you in the same mode. Probably just because it is the beta, but then things will kind of cycle out as, or at least I'm hoping they'll cycle out once the game sees full release. And I didn't choose my hand because I'm an idiot. This is going to be a lot harder than it should be.
We're capturing this.
There we go. This partner start they have, say you've selected a partner at the start of the game, not necessarily this game, but like in the main menus, they will let you join them in the battlefield. And so say somebody's holding down a command point, you die, but they hold it, you can go ahead and respawn back next to them. It helps, keep these points locked down.
Our probe droids have picked up another escape pod. Move out and capture it immediately.
The other weapon here would be the cycler rifle, which does an obscene amount of damage. If you can go ahead and get a headshot, it'll be an instant kill. Otherwise, body shot will go ahead and do a significant amount where you can polish them off the blaster nice and quick. About a 5-second cooldown, so it'll keep people from abusing it. But when I typically play, let's see, somebody just got me with it. When I play other games, I will usually go with a sniper class. This one, everybody's kind of that. More an accessory than a primary. But weapons in this game, you do have to lead your targets a good amount. Because there is a bit of travel time involved.
That escape pod has fallen into enemy hands.
Our tracking beacon has revealed the location of another escape pod.
That was totally not the way I wanted to go. But I mean, you can see there's just so much going on with the scenery and environments here.
We are securing the area around the escape pod.
Now the trick's staying alive.
Watch out for enemy soldiers.
Ah. I am kind of crap at this game. Yeah, that was a bit of BS. Pretty sure I meleeed him. X-Wing here.
Captured an escape pod.
Splashy splashy.
Our tracking beacon has revealed the location of another escape pod. Capture it.
Just unreal.
Be ready for hostile.
Can't shoot him in the feet. Gotta shoot him in the head. I am just
We have
terrible.
lost that pod to the rebel forces.
Scanners are picking up the location of another pod. You're risking court-martial, trooper.
Hostile sighted.
One thing this game could definitely use, though, is a climb mechanic. And so that is Sullust, and of course I go 3 and 9. Just awful at this game. So that's the other bit here, is to purchase cards you do need credits, which of course are the standard galactic currency. Amount of points you have essentially convert over to credits, where it'll essentially round down 1 decimal point. It progresses at a nice clip, so it's not like you'll have to grind a whole lot to get the stuff that you want. We'll go ahead and quit, and then we'll do the last play type, which is going to be the Walker attack on Hoth. Walker Assault. So here we have a full-blown 20-on-20 match, and it is just insanity. But I did badly last game. I'm going to do even worse this one. So here the objective is, you have the two sides, of course, Imperials versus the Rebel Alliance, and the Imperials have 2 walkers which go along a specific path to take out the shield generators. They only have to get 1 walker across 3 checkpoints to win the game. To do that, they have to essentially escort the walkers and then stop the Rebel Alliance from getting their command points up. On the flip side of that, the Rebels have to keep their command points up so they can call in Y-Wing bombers to take out or essentially stun the AT-ATs. What'll happen then is at 3 points throughout the match, the AT-ATs will be stunned, and depending on the number of bombers that were called in, the stun lasts longer. At that point, the Rebels have to just try and destroy the walkers. So you have people flying ships, coming in as Luke and Vader, shooting lasers everywhere. But, I mean, look at that snow. It's just gorgeous. And I leave boot prints. Again, we have another space battle playing out overhead. Folks getting chicken walkers. So essentially there's going to be 2 of these command points at each thing, and the battle will progress as we advance here. And it's a pretty big map. Oh, shit. Hide, hide, hide. Like you see there, there's no, or virtually no recoil on the weapons. So it's easy enough to just kind of lay on the trigger. If they don't move, they're going to die within a few hits. Call down the little strike. I don't necessarily want to run all the way over there. More concerned about that one. So that hill is a favorite spot of players. You can only get up there if you have the jetpack. Oh, shit. Got him. The other thing is you don't necessarily want to keep using the blaster for far away shots. You want to finish them off with that because it paints a pretty clear trail as far as where you're at.
Readings indicate the enemy uplink is offline. Get ready for rebel units.
Orbital strike imminent!
Shit. That's why you want the jetpack, just so you can run into a proximity bomb. Dak, no! So you can see at the top of the screen you have those 3 dots. That's the progress that the walkers are making. They currently have 2 Y-wings called in, or that will be called in here. If we can go ahead and shut that one down, it'll essentially reset their counter. So they're coming in for that first bombing run. So scattered throughout the map are these little power-ups. They can be vehicle turrets, they can be, you know, your chance to play as Luke or Vader, or getting in the AT-AT and just wreaking havoc. Shit.
Rebel Y-wings are making their attack run.
Got him.
The AT-AT is vulnerable to rebel attack. Protect it.
So what'll happen is as we cross these thresholds, the rebels will start spawning further and further back on the map.
The AT-AT needs protection for a little longer.
One thing I hate though are these caves or the openings, because I can't, like if you're inside it's super bright to see outside, and you know, vice versa.
The rebels have activated the uplink station. We must shut it down.
Stupid. Got it.
Slow down their bombers.
So if I can stay back and essentially snipe them out,
Rebel soldiers entering the area.
then we're gonna be okay.
Scanners indicate the rebels have activated an uplink station.
This is usually the more difficult of these two for them to get. The other one's planted square inside their base, and so they will usually just dominate that one point. So if I can play control on this one a little bit, it'll help out. I mean, we can try and venture into the base, but that's going to be damn near suicide. Good here. Double imploder.
Heads up! Rebels entering the zone.
A rebel Y-wing is locked onto our AT-AT. The rebels have taken control of the uplink station. Y-wing has targeting lock on our walker.
Ah, fucking Luke. Oh, there's Luke and Vader. Let's get in on that. Like I said, they're not very good for vertical climbing.
Rebel bomber locked onto our walker.
Frick. rebels. But essentially, the rebels have to work a lot harder on this map to take the Empire down. Essentially, if you spawn as Empire, you have like an 80% chance of winning the map, and winning the match, I should say.
Our walker is exposed, defended from rebel attack. Be on the lookout for rebel scum.
We're gonna go ahead and move into the final phase of this. You can see up at the top, you know, we have the health for our walkers, and there's no way that they're gonna pull ahead.
T-18 needs protection for a little longer.
I never really realized how scary lightsabers were until you hear one fire off and you're like, where the fuck is he? And then trenches are definitely the key to victory with this, where running across, you're just open. Being said, I was hoping we'd pick up a power-up for a vehicle or something. Show those off. Shit.
Rebels in the zone.
That was just brilliant.
Look sharp. Rebels entering the area.
That's why you don't stay out in the open.
Scanners indicate the rebels have activated an uplink station.
Oh, hello. Don't mind if I do.
Y-wing is locked onto our AT-AT.
Like I said, awful. Gonna take a lot more practice than the few days we've had with the beta. So charges will replace, like, you have this ion charge and things like that.
Power generator in range. Firing
And we win.
Enemies up ahead.
11 and 7. At least I was positive. I'm helping. Go ahead and quit. And, you know, not really sure what these other modes hold here. I'm just hoping there's no Ewoks come Endor. But yeah, that's it. I mean, beta wraps up tomorrow. So if you haven't played it yet, now is definitely the time to get in. It was a 7 gig download, so hopefully you have a fast internet connection. Otherwise, game comes out November. Very much looking forward to it. Be tempted. I'm interested to see how well this compares against Holding My Attention. You know, Titanfall right now is just dominating that. Be nice if we had a bit of a story component like we had in the second game with like the 501st. But I mean, how many times can you keep replaying the Star Wars stories? As fun as they are, it's same territory over and over again. But that'll do it. We'll see you guys on Wednesday. Stay safe.